Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another chapter read from the Fall of America. You get me? The Fall of America. You know, the minister Elijah Muhammad, so far, I would say he wrote a good book. You feel what I'm saying? I hope he had proofread it. I really hope he had proofread it. You feel what I'm saying? Because there are things in here you can turn them down with. Real talk, you can turn them down with. You got what I'm saying? And you know, how he died. You know, I spoke of that. And like I told you, I'm not trying to break Islam down. I'm trying to help the leader, the speaker, the voice in America understand where Islam went wrong in America. And it's time to get out the hate. It's time to acknowledge Jesus, and it's time to be 100% truthful about this culture. You feel me? About it. I get there's a difference between the Muslims in the Middle East and the Muslims in America. I get that. I understand that. You feel what I'm saying? They're more disciplined. Excuse me. They are more disciplined than we are in the free world. Well, than you are in the free world, because I'm not a Muslim. Well, I can say this for real, you know what I mean? When it comes to all cultures in America, we're not as disciplined as those across seas in the same culture we're in. You feel what I'm saying? The same religion we're in. You feel me? So, I'm not going to exclude myself, but I'm not a Muslim. You understand me? I'm not a Muslim. I'm a Kenite. You get me? But I say this to you, you know, if he had proofread this book, and I know it was before the times he passed, you know, but I do know it was after the time that he was being an adulteress. You know, he was having children by underage women in America. You feel what I'm saying? It's different cross seas, but in America, they was underage. And there's a lot, like I said, it's a lot you can break Islam down with. And if he was this, he's really the I'm not gonna say founder in America of Islam, because Masad Farad, you know, brought it into our country and chose the minister Elijah Muhammad to lead. You feel what I'm saying? You get me? To lead. So when you look at the dynamic and the structuring of Islam, and if you go back to the teachings of Muhammad, you know, the same thing. You feel me? The same thing. A Muslim came to him, you feel me, Muhammad, to spread the message and the will of Allah. The same as Masad Farad came into America and passed the knowledge and the wisdom on to the minister Elijah Muhammad to be the speaker, to be the leader of the Islam culture, the Islam faith, the Islam community in America. You feel me? All right. Let's get into this chapter read. Let's you know, get this fruit. Let's realize that, you know, culture has a difference when you wanted to buy and you want to point the finger and you want to make yourself more prestigious as others. Let's go and get into this. America is under such divine attack now, in storms as rain, hail, and earthquakes. The latter is yet to take place. A terrific drought is on its way against America. The book must be fulfilled. The Bible and the Holy Quran both refer to all that I have said. Now, if you caught the pamphlet yesterday, you will understand me saying is the revelation in the Holy Bible and the revelation in the Quran. If it's the same, it's only one word. You get what I'm saying? Right here, you get me? Right here, it is said the book must be fulfilled. The Bible and the Holy Quran both refer to all that I have said. The storms, the rain, the hail, and the earthquakes, the natural disasters. You feel what I'm saying? This is the divine judgment to bring vicious America to her knees. America, hates the people of God, and the Negroes do not know that they are really the people of God. This is the great truth that you must come into the knowledge of, that you are a member of the family of God and not a member of the family of the devil. But you follow the devil contrary to your own nature. The natural man, black, is of God himself. We have been deceived of righteousness, justice, and equality by the arch deceiver. We have been taken from the knowledge of self as being the true people of God, and that God is present, seeking us to place us again in the orbit of the divine supreme being, where we can rotate in submission to the will of God as the entire universe is doing, except the white race. Let me say this, I'm going to pause right there for a minute and say something else. The only way I see that you're not really gonna have the demiurge attention, attention of good, is that you out here being unrighteous. So you wouldn't be God's people if you're out here being unrighteous. You will be God's people if you're righteous. I don't care what your color is. You got what I'm saying? Because this last part right here, to the will of God as the entire universe is doing, except the white race. I refuse to believe it was the whole white race. I'd rather for the words to have been the unrighteous. You got what I'm saying? But as I said, in America, this was a tool used to break down the white community. You got what I'm saying? Yeah, it's some truth to what he's saying. I'm never going to say that there's no truth to what he's saying, because history tells us about the Ku Klux Klans. History tells us about these racist white supremacy groups that just, when you look at their hatred towards the black community, it's not justified. It's just not. It's really not justified. If you want to say that, okay, y'all rape and rob our white women, okay, I can sit here and say y'all have hung, raped, and robbed our black women. I can say the same thing. So it's equal across. It's kind of equal, right? Okay, let's get it all together. Universal, universal. Let's get it all together. We cannot set up a better government for our people by using the corrupt political activities of this people. The arch deceivers, all of their work was based upon deceiving the nation, not to bring them into friendly brotherhood and prosperity for the black man. Even today, after 100 years of so-called freedom, he is still against you going free. This is your trouble today. You are deceived, and deceived by the enemy you think is a friend, but take note of what he offers you. He is offering you only temporary employment and not a permanent employment for your people. We want some earth and not a temporary room in the house of our enemy. Let the political and spiritual leaders unite on such a stand as getting some earth for the people, and not getting just a job and a chance to lie around, sleeping and allowing the enemy to protect our responsibility for self. We must bear our own responsibility. That's the end of this this part of the chapter read. And I just, I want to say this about that last part. You got what I'm saying? That, in the now, I can't tell you back then because I was a baby, didn't know anything about working, didn't know anything about the structure of the workforce in America, didn't know anything. You got what I'm saying? But what I know in the now, your job is permanent. It's permanent. You go out here, you find you a job, it's for you to make it permanent. For you to make it permanent. Unless you have signed up somewhere on a job where that you a temp. You feel what I'm saying? Or that company is at a space of closing. You feel what I'm saying? Closing down, shutting down. And if your company that you're working for is at a place of closing and shutting their doors, what have the employees done from inside, you feel me, done from inside this company to shut it down, to where they have to close their doors? Because you as an employee should be able to go out in the streets and promote where you work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I give you a prime example, you know what I mean? When I was working for Duro Bag, we used to make those brown paper bags. It'll have Duro on it, D-U-R-O. Your grocery bags, you know what I mean? We used to make the Mr. Submarine bags that your sub come in, that long white bag, your Burger Kings, your Hardee's, your Wendy's. I didn't see McDonald's. In there. Yeah, we did McDonald's also. When I'm out in the street and I go into these restaurants, I let these people know, yeah, I work there. Let me look at the bottom of this bag so I can see what machine came off to see if I bundled this bag. You see what I'm saying? I let them know straight off top. We try to put out the best product we could. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, the plant shut down. It really did. It really shut down. And to say this to the world in a way where I hope Mike Davis understand it, you did that. You did it. You feel me? You did that. For whatever your reasons was, you did that. Anywho, anyway, you've been with the Nasty Pastor. This has been another chapter read from the Fall of America. I'm out, and I love you.